Okay, here's a quick video about celebrity worshiping. Am I a celebrity? Yes. Are all my brothers, sisters, parents celebrities? Yes. All my relatives are celebrities? Yes. Who are celebrities and who are not celebrities? All right. Well, I kind of want to give like a quick, what is it? About my family. All right. The real Jesus Christ family. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's on here. On the banner right here. All right. I'm not gonna ask people to, what I mean by that, I don't mean for people not to go to church. It's like, what kind of a church people are going to? What are they really worshiping? Do they know who's Jesus? Jesus is my brother Akram, right? Robert Kennedy. That's our, everybody on earth, okay? You don't have to be a celebrity, right? Are reincarnation of their own ancestor. All right. I'm gonna have to post some videos about that because I don't want to make a channel. I made this page a while back, but I kind of thought I'm just gonna post things on here. It's called Mind to Mind, reading worldwide Illuminati busted. All right. So what I mean by this page, it's not for people. It's not just for people. I was in Tennessee at workplaces that they were harassing me, even my enemies, because my enemies like, we don't live in Tennessee, we live in California. They're not from Texas, they're not from Tennessee. Core, Paul, Adam, Sean, Scooter, their family, they either live in New York or California. It's usually they live in California because that's where all the Hollywoods and all that stuff and a lot of Illuminati, they live in California, which they created Hollywood. It doesn't matter what country. All right. So this page is actually about on what's happening to me, my family, what's happening everywhere in the world. All right. So what I mean by that is, why did Illuminati, not why people, not why my family, why Illuminati? Okay. Why did Illuminati made this decision to have people, okay, that we don't know at all? It's not like my relatives. It's not like a Kennedy kids. It's not like relatives. They're all Oliver Stone, Saddam Hussein, his brother, like Paul Dolly's family. Their families, their brothers, sisters. It doesn't matter. They're still in my family. They're our relatives. So it doesn't matter if they're transgenders, their brother, sister, whatever. It's not public's problem. It's not people we don't know. It's not their problem. We're people, but we're not people. Just like people, they worship us. All right, we're not just in people. Trust me, we're very important people. But my family, we have never took advantage of our position. There are people taking advantage of me, my family taking advantage, just of anybody, not just my family. It's usually Illuminati. All right, and trust me, they're not just any people. Are Illuminati part of my family? I know it's shocking. I kind of thought about, I'm gonna talk about that for a while, but I know that it's part of my family. I could not make a page and talk about it. I just kept it very mysterious, kind of not say so much about it because it traces back to my family tree. It doesn't matter if it's an uncle or, as I said, is it from my mom's side, my dad's side? It doesn't matter. Guys, Oliver Stone and Paul Dolly's family, they're not Illuminati. All right. They're Illuminati puppets. All right. Am I an Illuminati puppets? I don't really consider myself an Illuminati puppet. Honest to God. All right. Illuminati they own everything in the world. All right. So they make a decision for people that we don't know. Okay. That's what I created this. These are people. All right. I made this page, Mind to Mind reading worldwide. It's everywhere in the world. It's not just America. America, sometimes people call me America. Guys, I'm not America. United States, it's a country where there are 50 something, 52 states in the United States. I post them right on this page, all the states in the United States and all the countries in the world. So this is for everybody in the world. It's not just for people in the United States, because everybody in the world, they have access to me, my brother's parents, and my relatives. It doesn't matter if they're transgenders, if their parents are mean, or there's whatever they do is their problem. Nobody has a right to do that. Now, do I have a problem with some transgender kind of acting like me and all that. Yeah, but it stays in my family. They're still part of the family. It's not public's problem. If I want to say anything, that's between us. That's why you don't see a lot of my pages are not really public. It's just very personal, right? I don't ask people to like it or leave comment. Why? Because it's not meant to be for people. A lot of stuff are not meant to be for public. It's between me, my relatives. It doesn't matter if they're transgender. Some are not transgender. All right. So why did Illuminati? Now, why people are worshiping us? That's another story, right? Why people are worshiping us, the celebrities? That's another story. But this one is why Illuminati made this decision to sell me out for everybody to have access to us. I don't know yet. I want to figure it out. So did they really sold me out? You obviously see that Scooter was one of the puppets, worked for the Illuminati, okay? Where you obviously see in some stuff, they're mixing my DNA with things that is not my DNA. It's man-made. I don't know what the fuck is in there. But I can tell you, whatever it was in there, you're poison. And it's not my DNA. I want to tell people, if you end up in a hospital, oh, you have Bieber fever, that's me, Jacqueline Boiver, all right? I don't care what Scooter says. He's trying to hide it, what they did, all right? If you end up in a hospital, it's not me. My DNA, I'm coming from real Jesus Christ family, from a very clean family, respectful. My DNA will never do that to you. It's not nothing negative or will do something horrible to you. That's not true. All right, they add something to my DNA and it gave it to just people in the world. It doesn't matter if you're from the United States, I don't care what state you're from, or anywhere in the world. I don't care what country you're from, what religion you believe. I don't care if you're Christians. I don't care if you're Jewish. I don't care if you're Muslims. I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're white. I don't care what country you're from. There's so many countries in the world, all right? So I list them and I made another page. What happened when the entire, planet Earth have access to me? Planet Earth is not a person. It's everybody in planet Earth. My family lives in planet Earth. My relatives do. It doesn't matter if they're transgenders. People live on planet Earth. Everybody lives on planet Earth. You know how many people are on Earth? Billions. 7.6 billion people. It doesn't matter if they're black, white. It doesn't matter what skin color, what religion they believe. They're all people. We are all people. But we're not just any people. I just want to let I don't mind people supporting my family, me and my relatives, like Oliver Stone and his family, Paul Daly and his family, and actually my relatives as Illuminati, the Rothschild, and I would be the daughter of actually one of my uncle, I think, as Hanan. That's not Hana, it's Rihanna. Rihanna, guys, is Hanan. Okay, so don't get confused. If you say, oh, is that you? It's like, yeah, that's me, John Ben Ramsey. Whatever you want to call me. All right. That's why for a long time I didn't want to talk about it, because I'm like, well, it was weird for me to talk about it, because we're all like family. It's weird, like relatives or whatever, uncles. It doesn't matter if it's from my mother's side, my dad, or even sometimes from my enemy side. It doesn't matter. Like, I would expose it. I don't care. All right. But I have to be careful what I say also, because it will affect me. It will affect me. All right. But I don't want people to they're so busy worshiping. And there are some people, they go beyond worshiping. There were some videos I posted. They don't want to even look up to us, the celebrities. They want to be us. Okay, then now that's fucked up. Why? Because that's identity theft. Identity theft, it doesn't matter if it's me, my brothers, my parents, or any of my relatives. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're transgenders, gay, rapists. It doesn't matter. Okay, they learned that lesson from me. They used to steal my stuff, my brothers. They don't do that. They learn something from me. Now, I'm seeing people everywhere I go. They want to be me, my enemies, It doesn't matter. Not all of my relatives are enemies. It doesn't matter. I see their worshippers are everywhere. Like Toby, sometimes I moved to Texas, and the only people are from my family, the Kennedy George family, real Jesus Christ family, live in Texas. It's me, my sister Helen. You want to call her Jihan, Jin, whatever you want to call her. She's not a Jin ghost, all right? Whatever you want to call her, Megan, and Toby. And that's Troy Siobhan. That's the story. We're the only three live in Texas, and Carol is kind of part of the family. Like I refer as one of the Kennedy kids, is because I know Carol. She's my true friend. since, because there are people that are asking question. Why do people want to know about even Carol? Is Carol a celebrity? Yes, of course. I've known her since 2002, so that's a long time, and she's not just any people. Trust me. All right, she would be at least someone in the family, all right, not my brothers, sisters, but maybe relatives in the family can, refer as the Kennedy kids and Anthony. All right. Now, even people are worshiping Carol. Like, there was a girl on YouTube, her name is Michelle. That's not Paul Walker, guys. That's not my sister Helen, because Helen has a name Michelle. All right, Viana has a name Michelle. There could be any. I'm not talking about Michael Jackson. She is not my relatives. She's not a transgenders. Some YouTube, they make YouTube videos, and she is stealing my friend's energy, Carol Doe. She's like acting like her. She got where she's at, and YouTube knows that. The YouTube promoted her to be referred as Carol. That's really not nice, because that she's not a celebrity. She's not a celebrity. She's not in Hollywood. And that's not nice for her to steal Carol. She can make her own YouTube videos and help people out how to not worship, celebrities, how to mind your own business, how to be yourselves. Everybody has ancestor. We are reincarnation of our own ancestor. There are videos actually talking about reincarnation. So I'm gonna have to post some of the videos. I might not agree with everything in the video, but I like it because it's telling people that we are reincarnation of our own ancestor. So everybody is. You are not gonna be my family. You're not gonna be anybody in the relatives, because you are not reincarnation of neither. All right, people are gonna have to be themselves. I also think I feel guilty if I don't say anything, because it's like Satan is so demonic. And I'm not talking about Adam being demonic. There's some other type of demon. It's so demonic. It's negative demonic. It's negative Satanism. It's not anything positive. And so to me, it's like, if I don't say anything, and I'm one of the most important women in the world out of my family. I mean, all my family members are like so important, but not like me, because I guess I play chess and I went overseas for 5 years. So I also make those pages for my family. And sometimes I speak up the truth on what's happening everywhere. Not just my family, like what's happening in the world. What's going on? Why all these wars? What's happening? So, I guess I get a lot of respect for speaking up the truth. All right. So, I just feel like I need to say this, because if I don't, I could be that person. I go in public, people are worshiping me, my sister and her, Toby and all that, but I feel guilty because I'm like, they don't have anything else to do. They just follow us, stalk us around. Like, I go to Starbucks. That's not my family's name. Starbucks is not my family. It could be run by anybody. They're workers. They're not my family. They're not my enemies. They're not anybody in my family. They're not Cord. They're not Paul Walker. They're not Adam. They're not Sean. They're not Scooter. They don't work at McDonald's. They don't work at Walmart. They don't work at Walgreens. They don't work at mall. They don't even live in Texas. And they don't work. They're artists. Guys, they're filmmaker artists. They're celebrities. They don't work at fucking McDonald's or fucking Starbucks or whatever. Okay? They're not my neighbors. They're not Helen's neighbors. I'm having a problem in public. It doesn't matter what state I've been traveling, what country I've been traveling. At least in Europe, when I was like traveling in Europe, I have security. I'm not gonna lie. I have like security within seconds. They're already there to kind of having people in public like staying away from me and stop taking pictures and stalking me around. But I see something else in Europe. Pretty much everybody was dressing like me, Justin Bieber. You all know I'm a woman. John Bennett Ramsey, that's me. Justin Bieber, Jacqueline Boiver, whatever you want to call me. Bridget Bardot, Angelina Jolie, the Olsen twin, Mary Kate, that's me. Whatever you want to call me, it doesn't matter. That's my name, Jean Roche Gordy. All right. We're dressed like me, and I feel guilty because I feel like Illuminati is using me as a I don't know. They're using me to brainwash people, and I didn't like what I saw. I feel guilty for me not saying anything all these years because I'm like, what I'm gonna do? All right. Now I feel like I can say what the fuck I want to say. All right. I'm not gonna lie. I have not seen that in the United States, so that's a good thing. But the other thing I see, you know what it is, which is even worse. I have people stalking me, my sister, and even Toby. It doesn't matter where we go, and I don't think Toby he sees it because he's a young kid. He doesn't. He's growing up now, but I don't think they really pay attention to what people are doing. Like if they pull a camera and taking photos of Toby or Helen without their permission, they don't. That's not nice. That's not nice for in public to do that, because they're like, oh, we see one Kennedy members. We see, there's one celebrity in Texas. That's not nice, guys. We're just like, we're people too, but we're not any people just because we're celebrities. That doesn't mean people have to invade our privacy. That's not nice at all. Every time I take Toby, sometimes Helen's like, hey, could you take Toby to the gym or to get like coffee or something? There are already people like at the Starbucks. I don't know how long they've been going there just because they have access to me, right? The Illuminati sold me out, so they know where we're going. They already know where we're going, so they get ready to go there dressed up and worship. Like they either worship Adam or Scooter or Sean or Court or Paul, or even my family members like my brother, sister, or even like probably like someone in the family, my relatives. They're like dressed like so desperate. They're already like waiting there. And I go there, it's like I just put my head down. I kind of try to hide myself so I don't get photographed without my permission. Like, that's just not nice. Like, we don't make that money. Illuminati does. All the money goes to Illuminati. So why do people feel they can take pictures of me? That's not nice at all. We've been treated like animal zoo. That's fucked up. It's not just me being treated like animal zoo. Even my whole family, even my enemies, I think like Paul, Corey, Adam, Scooter, they kind of learned something from me, how to they be themselves, because they learned something. They're like, oh shit, what happened? Like not me or my family, but public people we don't know. They act like them. They did not like that. When I was in Tennessee, I was trying to be normal, to just work like a normal person, because I never had jobs in public. Maybe one job when I was once in Tennessee a long time ago, not this time. But all my I've never really worked in public. I was sent overseas for 5 years when I was a kid. So I didn't really have anything in public. It was all government job. That's not public. That's not any people. They're all like top up government soldiers. They're not just any people. All right. So anyways, I didn't have any problem to like deal with anybody or people that I don't know. So for the first time, the last trip in Tennessee, I had to just kind of work, be normal, and it didn't work out. Why? I had a lot more problem with Core, Paul, and Adam, these people transgender. It's none of people's business, because they feel like, why are you accepting people to act like us? I'm like, now you know how it feels when you act like my brother, when you're not transgenders or me. So they learned something from me. Not even transgenders. I remember I used to call my family. I did not know even my family members have access to me. They were not so nice to me. They were kind of upset about something. They were upset. I didn't know why. I remember I talked to some of Sabria's daughters, which is their Kardashian, that's their story. She told me, Jana, I would really appreciate if you don't allow just anybody act like us, because that's privacy invasion, and they just take our picture, Photoshop it, and pretend to be us, and they do a lot of stuff with it. I told her that I promised I wasn't doing this. She said something about her dad and her mom. They said something. So I spoke to almost all my relatives back home. They all were so happy. They pretty much said the same thing. They don't want their privacy to be invaded, and people like to pretend to be any of my family members or my relatives, because that's identity theft. If like there are people we don't know pretend to be any of my family members or my relative, it's identity theft. Even my enemies, it doesn't matter if sometimes they're not all of my enemies. Sometimes they act like my enemies, sometimes they don't. If they're transgenders, I don't care. That's not public's problem. All right, their privacy get invaded, and they take that anger out of me. I realized that when I was in Tennessee this last time. Where I worked at, none of them were celebrities. There was a company called Masonite. I worked in another company. I was trying to live normal. I was trying to actually hide myself from all these Hollywood people worshiping me. I tried to go somewhere, and I did not know that Illuminati sold me out. People have access to me. I realized that this last trip. I was trying to hide myself, honest to God, but it didn't work out, because I didn't know that people have access to me that I don't know. So I was trying to live just like a normal person. Normal is not normal, guys. Even normal is normal person. All right. Person could be Illuminati. Person could be my family member. A person could be people we don't know. A person could be worshippers, like the celebrity worshippers. A person could be anybody. All right. So anyways, I had a lot of horrifying things happening to me at the hotel. I remember I lived in Tennessee. a lot of horrifying. Why? Because they're like, you don't allow people you don't know to act like us. You know, I feel like, yeah, that's not nice. If I don't want my privacy to get invaded, none of my family, why do I allow people to invade their privacy? That's not the Kennedy kids, like Oliver Stone, his family, Paul Donnelly and his family. I have no right to allow people. That's my job, to not allow anybody. So I don't have, because sometimes they can petty me. They could be rapists, serial killers, criminal. But you know what? I can always make peace. And that's not public's problem. That stays among us. All right. So there were like these people pretending to be my enemies, or people not people like my family members. I'm like, no, you're not. They're not no Illuminati, guys. Just because it's the company called Masonite. That's not no Freemasons. Okay. They're not no Illuminati. None of their managers, none of their workers. You know, I may not have a problem with all the workers, but they're still not celebrities. None of them were. I was the only celebrities that worked there. All right. That's why they were pulling cameras, taking picture, and oh my God, when I didn't accept anybody to be part of the family, because that's identity theft, they trying to death threat me, stalk me around, pulling their knives sometimes, like stalking me everywhere I would go. Like if I go eat somewhere or go to a park, they were stalking me around, the managers and the workers. It got so bad that even police officers could not really help out, because they kind of, I don't know if they were get scared, because some of them could really be serial killers themselves. They're not Paul Walker, they're not Corey, they're not Adam, they're not Scooter, they're not Sean, they're not their parents, they're not their family, they're not my family, and they're not Illuminati, they're not Freemasons. There are people that none of that, they could be serial killers, rapists. There's so many people in the world that are fucked up. All right. So it's not just my enemies are fucked up, or some of my family members. Some of us could be fucked up. However, there's always going to be people, even in my family, like that. They're not just any people, though they're still my family. But yeah, I just wanted to make it this video so people can leave us alone. People leave us alone, give us some privacy. It's really, really, it's getting to a point, it's sickening, it's disrespectful. It's not just for my enemies disrespectful, they're disrespectful, we already know that. But people we don't know to be disrespectful to us and in public, that's not nice. That's not nice. And the other thing I want to explain, the Illuminati are creating this weather, like disaster. Helen told me what happened in Texas last year. My sister Ivana was visiting her in Texas. She got stuck in the water. You know why? People are acting like they're worthless. They're so obsessed with my family. We are obsessed with each other. We're brother, sister. We're relatives. We're gonna be obsessed with each other. People we don't know, that's sick. Why? Because why are they trying to be us? Why are they trying to steal our identity? All right. So what Illuminati does? They're like, okay, they feel worthless. They feel like they're not proud of their family, their ancestor. Illuminati go kill them. They not kill. They kill. Sometimes we could be victims among the people. Why? It's because we live like a normal people. All right. So they create disaster. They create like hurricanes, and it's everywhere, not just in the United States, everywhere in the world. The Illuminati has that access. I don't care if they're my relatives. I'm not responsible for it. None of my brothers, sisters, but they're still in the family. Okay, and that's not Oliver Stone. That's not Paul and his family, and that's not Paul Donnelly and his family. I just want to be honest about things. They do other things. All right. The Illuminati see people like they're a bunch of worthless because they advance them. They offer them the people, not them as my enemy, them not my family. They already give my family and my enemy access to me. I already know that. All right. But people, I don't know. They still feel worthless. You've been advanced. What are people? What is everybody doing with it? Even my family members. I was like asking my mom, like, what are you all doing having access to me? But that's my family. That's staying in the family. But people, why Illuminati made people advance? For what reason? Why Illuminati did that? All right. I don't understand, but I want to know. You know, they want to make a super race off of me. I already know that one. But having access to me, I spoke to Carol. Me and Carol kind of agree with something. I was like, you know what? People do not know who are they worshiping, who the story belongs to. So they just made this decision for people to have access to me, my family, my relatives, so they know who they're worshiping. Who are they going to watch a movie about? Who are they? What clothes? All these clothes they're wearing. You know, it's so people know who they're worshiping. You know, like as I said, I guess that's why. Kara and I spoke about that. She told me, actually, you know what, Jana? I think so, because I told her, do you think that's one of the reasons? She actually highly believed that that could be the reason. Because people for many years, they have been like worshiping, watching. Some people are not worshiping. Some people are like, hey, I go watch your movies and your family, your relatives. I don't worship you. Fine, good for you. I have so much respect for people